Shalom, shalom, my people, shalom. Hey, I just been reading some books, getting information and knowledge to pass on to my people. I love reading, I love passing information. But this here is a totally different sermon, but not even different, but it's what we need. Yesterday, they had 4 shootings within a 4-hour span. They estimate the age between 18, 19, 20 years old. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine today. He was crying because of their son. Don't know what to do. I said, sometimes what you have to do is give them to their father. I said, most men are so petty, all they care about is child support. I said, is child support worth your child's life? I said, what you do is pack his stuff up, take him to his father, and tell his father that it's time for him to take him on into manhood. It's time for him to take the responsibility. It's time for him to save our child. Because I can't do it. I'm not a man. I can't raise a man child. You are a man. Now it's time for you to take on the responsibility of raising your male child. But let me tell you some scriptures that back up what I just said. Back up that we are the true Hebrew Israelites because all these curses fit us to the T. We are, I just looked it up, we 13% of the population. Between 13 and 14% of the population, what they say. But we are 65% no fathers in the household. The women raising the children. The daughter and the son. Especially the son. The son is the one out here doing the killing right now that you see on the news every day. The young boy 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're not even living now to be 25. Barely 25. They might live to be 23, 24, 22 years old. They dying. Because there's no guidance. It's our responsibility to do that, especially if the man is still alive. He's still in the child life, but not full time. He might come pick him up, take him to school or something like that, but not full time. But the mama's mainly the one that's raising the kid. It's time now for the man to raise the kid. Because he needs that stability. He needs that foot put on his neck. Because if he don't, they're going to die. And they're dying fast. I'm going to show you some scriptures where they say about the women raising the kids. And the men's too. But this way you'll catch some of the scripture where it says about the women raising the kids. They just can't do it. They can't do this by themselves. They need the man figure in the household. Our young generation are dying. Our young women will not have any men to marry. Because if not only are they counseling themselves out, but they done let this gay stuff that came and be, it's so heavy now that you can't, it's going to be abnormal to see a man and a wife. It's going to be normal to see 2 men. It's going to be normal to see 2 women. Everybody praise her. They praise Queen Latifah, but she coming out. She got a girlfriend, but they finna adopt the child. Cause that's the way they can have one. Now they going in and let some man lock them up. Then they have then she raised the baby as their own. Without the man, the 2 women raised the baby. Cause all the other nations are adopting our children, but they changing our boys to girls and our girls to boys. Y'all see it on TV, you see it on Facebook, see it on Instagram, where these white people are adopting our kids and switching them over. That's not done. That's done by design. That's not nothing that always just happens. It doesn't happen. But we are so closed-minded and so silly, we think that's right. You would bash me for telling you that that's wrong to be gay. You would destroy me letting you know that's wrong to be gay. And you know it's wrong. This is modern-day Babylon right here, people. If you know anything about the Bible, the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. This is next. This is it. When Barack Obama became president, every president has an agenda. Barack Obama's agenda was to bring in the gays. Well, he did that. He signed that bill. And once you sign that bill, you open up the gate. Now, from the time he signed it to now, they have more rights than the so-called Negroes. They can shoot and kill us with no problem. But if you say something to them, that's a federal offense. But let me get back to this. All this leads to this here. Everything I'm saying is right on point. Now this is what they say about a man. And this is true. Just remind me now, we're between 13 and 14% of the population, what they say. But 65% of us out of the 13% don't have fathers in the home. Now check this out. So that a man that is tender among you. See, back then we used to be polite against each other. We used to love each other. Say, hey, you remember the 50s and 60s, the 60s and 70s. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody on the block knew. Your mama knew who you were playing with, and their parents knew who you was. So everybody, we speaking everything, but right now we don't do that. Right now, we can't even look at each other in the store. We mean mug each other. Now we would speak to other races while we're in the store. You see them, but you see us, they turn their head. They'll turn their head before they get to you, keep from speaking to you, our own people. So it's not nothing new that I'm telling you. You see it, but you just don't have nobody tell you directly. Because in church, everybody tell you everybody love everybody. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, what he is saying that we used to be polite to each other. We knew each other. We knew the neighbors. You can stay next to somebody and never know them. Everybody come in, let the garage up, go in the house and keep right on going. Nobody know nobody. But guess what it is now? Today, this is what we're doing. His eyes shall be evil toward his brother. Right now, they're killing each other. They had 4 shootings within 4 hour span. Some of them dropped some of the people off to the hospital and kept right on going. Shoot, one of them got shot 4 times. You look on the news, we killing each other at a high rate. If they just sit back, we'll kill each other off. And toward his wife of his bosom, toward the wife of his youth, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. So this is what you get. The man is leaving. It's a curse. God says it's a curse upon us because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments. See, nobody doing this to us. The Lord is doing this to us. But they don't want to tell you that in church. They will tell you, they want to blame it on somebody, but it's you. It's directly at you. Because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments, so all these curses are upon us. We the only nation that's going through this here. We 13% of the population, but 65% of the population don't have fathers in it. So what we getting is these boys are going around killing each other. I just read the scripture to you in Deuteronomy 28:54. We're going around killing each other because it's a curse that God set upon us. Shall leave. 65% of a 13% population don't have a father figure in the house. So the young boys out there killing everybody. He's shooting and killing everything. They don't have, because there's no structure. You need a man. Regardless of what they tell you, they try to make you think that you don't need a man in that house. You need a man to help them kids, especially a boy. You need a man. He need to be in your life. Not in your life, in your children's life. Y'all can coexist. It's not about y'all no more. It's about the kids. You trying to say they killing each other in the street every day. It's like every day you turn on the news, you got us killing us and they young. It's officially summer now. So you just watch the news. Watch the paper, watch social media, and see how we just killing each other. But the Lord says it's a curse. He said a man shall leave the wife of his bosom, and his children he shall leave too. So now the kid is left out there to defend themselves. They don't know what manhood is, no more what they see on the rap video, and most of them rappers don't even come in the hood. Look at Rick Ross them. Look at T.I. and them. Look at Ludacris. Them boys stand in 22-acre homes. They're not in those streets. They got 22 acres. Rick Ross got a movie that they shot Coming to America 2 in this big old house. They're not in them corners. They singing them songs. They got our kids thinking that is real life. Now our kids out there destroying each other. They shooting and stabbing and killing any kind of way they can get it. The women too. I'm going to get to the women too. Our kids are destroying each other. They're killing each other. What the Lord say? Toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. We are 13 to 14% of the population in the United States of America, but 65% of the household with no father. Check this out. The tender and delicate woman among you, same thing, will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon her ground. She busybody. She everywhere. You see it on TV. We see them all around. See it on the news. See it on Facebook. See everything. The women are going to people's houses picking fights. I tell you, not the girls. They're 15, 16, 17, same age the boys. They are worse than the boys. There's no father figure in the house. There's nobody with an authoritative voice because the women is doing the same thing the kids are doing. They raising our little kids. Disrespecting the kids. So here go a woman telling the son, you just like your damn daddy. You look like your damn daddy. That's a negative thing. That you said, well, if I look like him, you should act like him. I'm going to be like him. Now I'm going to go out there and shoot people. I'm going to shoot people that look like me. Baby, this is in the Bible. It's in the Bible. But nobody want to take the time and read. They not teaching us this in church. We started dying in the street, but nobody in church teaching why you dying. Everybody know we went into slavery. Everybody know we getting shot in the street. Everybody know that we 13% of the population, but only 65% of the household got fathers in it. Everybody know we stay in the slums of every country in the world. Okay, where we at? We're in the slum. Everybody know we on the bottom of health. We're on the bottom of jobs. We're on the bottom of every statistic known to man. But nobody know why we're on every statistic known to man at the bottom. I do. Y'all afraid, the church are afraid to tell you that God himself is doing this to you. I want you to go up to Deuteronomy 28:15. I'm going to tell you who's doing this to you. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. The Most High, nobody ain't going to tell you that Most High is doing this to you because you disobeyed the law, statute, and commandment. God used people to do his will. God used people to do it. He doing this to us. He got us in these statistics. The only way out is you come back to the law, statute, and commandment. And the church is not teaching the law, statute, and commandment. The Bible is your history. It's your guide to life. And without it, you will perish. And you see the evidence of what I'm saying because you see the streets full with our blood. Our young people is destroying themselves. They're killing themselves. Let me go on. Go to Isaiah 1:3. Isaiah 1:3. Check this out. The ox knows his owner. The Lord talking to Israelite, talking to you. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. The Most High said an ox. These are the two dumbest brute animals that you can take, an ox and an ass. God said an ox knows his owner. An ox know who owns him. You don't know that the Most High owns you. You don't know that the Most High is a man of war. Not what they teach you in church, that he loves everybody. He's a gentle giant. God is destroying your butt and he's destroying your kids too. He said that an ox knows his owner and an ass knows his master's crib. But Israel do not know. My people do not even consider. We don't even consider who's doing this to us. We don't consider that our kids are dying in the streets. Our young women are dying. Our young men are dying. They're killing each other. They're destroyed mentally. All sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, the seed of evildoers, children that are corrupt. I'm reading this to you people. The Lord said we are seed of evildoers because we out here doing everything contrary to the Bible. When you talk to a Christian, none of them want to pull scripture. Everybody stand up there and say out their own mouth. Nobody pulls scripture to back up what this. I give you scriptures. Tell you that the Lord say, I'm destroying you. A Christian will never tell you that the Lord is destroying you because they don't want to keep no conflict in church. They scared to step there and tell you the truth that your kids are little monsters. Your kids are being destroyed. They scared to tell you that. They scared to tell you that God destroying your kid, but he used people to do his will. They have forsaken the Lord. I'm just saying. The Lord said, y'all don't forsake my law, statute, commandment. Nobody. If you bring up the law, statute, commandment, guess what they say? Oh, that's the Old Testament. Who get a book and read the back before they read the front? Who get a book? I got over 60, 70 books I done read. I ain't never started from the back of the book. You got to read the front to know what the back. You got to read the front to know what the back talking about. But they don't. They got 10 commandments up there. Where you think them 10 commandments come from? The 10 commandments that they do in church. Where you think they come from? They don't even obey them. God said, y'all have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel. They have provoked God unto anger. They are going away backwards. We done went backwards. You're going to be worse now than it was in slavery. Now you mentally in chains. Now you killing yourself instead of them killing you. What you see on TV, the police killing 1, 2, 3 of us. We killing more of us than the police is. They just showing you highlight on things. They won't show you how we killing each other in the street every day. Every night, 4, 5 of us die and by our own hand. We shedding our own blood. But you protest about the police killing us, but you're not protesting about us killing us. Nothing's been said. Where the marching for us killing us? Where the neighborhood watch for us killing us? Our little girls acting like sluts. Our little boys acting like heathens. Go to Hosea 4:6. I just had to get this off me. Hosea 4:6. Check this out. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of God, I will also forget thy children. God said, hey, look here, people. Y'all forgot the law of God. Y'all want to go in the Old Testament and read the laws. Y'all done forgot all about me. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to forget about your children. Why you think your kids out there killing each other? God done took his hand off and say, destroy each other. Go ahead. Destroy each other. Go ahead on, destroy yourself. I done took the man out the house. I done got the women calling the children punks and looking like their dad, like their mama, acting just the same. So now they acting just like you dictate what they do. Because the same thing, you putting the curse on them. You telling them they ain't no good. You telling them they a little hoe. You telling her she a little bitch. You telling her that. So guess what she do? She go out there and act like one. You telling him he ain't no good. You call him a punk. You call him this, you call him that. So he go out there acting like that. So now he killing the kids that look like him. Let me read that again. Let me read that again to the end part. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of God, I will also forget thy children. God don't forget about our children. But who going to teach you this in church? They're not teaching you this in church. You know you're not hearing this. So why aren't you taking what they tell you and taking home and studying for yourself? Show yourself approval. The church is failing us, people. We got a church on every corner, but we still killing each other on every corner. The church is failing us. We have lost the law. We have left God's law, and we're doing as we please. So God said, I'm going to forget about your children. Now your kids are destroying you. This ain't going to be long. Go to Isaiah 3:12. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, the children are their oppressor. This coming out of the Bible. Everything I'm teaching you coming out of the Bible. Who gonna tell you this? The preacher's not telling you this. This is why our kids are doing what they're doing. God said we done left the law, so I'm forget the children. And then guess what else he said? As for my people, we are the true Hebrew Israelites. God talking to us. All these curses fit us to the T. Only us. The so-called Negroes, so-called Spanish, and the so-called Indian. We the brown people. Let me read it again. As for my people, children are their oppressor. Our children are our oppressors. You can't go nowhere. You can't go to the store, make a quick run to the store. You can't pump gas. They waiting while you pump gas and be distracted, jump in your car, robbing you, snatching your nigga. Our people doing this to us. Our kids are our oppressors. They're oppressing us. Oh, check this out. And women rule over them. Who raising the kids? I just told you we are 13 to 14% of the population in the United States of America, but only 65% of the household out of that 13% have a man in the house. And guess what God just said? A woman rule over them. Women are raising up these children. So now, this is what you get. Because a man is not in the house, a woman raising these children. The man that left. The man needs to get more involved, but this is a curse upon us, what God put upon us. So the woman raising the children, get what to say about the woman raising the children. Oh, my people. It's good. You know this is a black man. Oh, my people. They was led these, called these to error, and destroy the way of their path. We destroyed. The people teaching you and you being destroyed, your path is already plotted out for you to destroy. Your path is destroyed because they teaching you wrong in the church. Nobody want to admit. I think you just want to get dressed on Sunday, which is it's not the Sabbath. The Sabbath is on the Saturday. You want to get dressed until when you go out and see what somebody got. Because you don't learn that in the church. Because you did, you would be doing what you're doing. Not learning nothing. The kids are destroyed. God said, y'all lost the law, so I'm going to forget about your kid. I read that. I read scripture. I gave you scripture where to go. Check this out. Yes. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, I got to read again. My children are destroyed. As for my people, Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressor. God said our children are our oppressor. They are the ones that are destroying our people. Our elderly people can't go nowhere. They're scared. They're on lockdown. You got to have your car all. You can only put your cars in so many garages. They're stealing your car. They're breaking your homes. They are oppressed amongst their own people that look like just like them. You never see no disrespectful Chinese boy. You never see Chinese people disrespect their family. They honor their elderly people. Look at us. You never see no African disrespect their family. They honor their ancestry. You never see no Japanese kid disrespecting their elder. They honor their people. Koreans, we the only one. We the only one that destroy our own people. They have respect for the elders. We don't. Our young kids out here just killing. They're killing rampantly. I told the girls, look here. Let that man raise his son. Take it to him and tell him you can't do this. Give him your son so he can raise the son. You can't do this. You can't do it. Let him raise that male child. It's time. It's time. Humble yourself down and say, I can't do this. You are a man. I'm not a man. I don't know how to teach him to be a man. I need for you to step in, take him. He's 15 now. Take him, raise him the way he should be. That ain't mean you giving up. That ain't mean you fail. That mean you humble yourself and you're responsible now. Now you know what it's time to do. Make that man be a man. Make that man treat his son to be a man. Shalom, my people. Shalom. I just had to get the information out. Shalom, I love you. I do this out of love. Shalom.